Yes. Yes, people, UFC Vegas 95. We just watched the card, finished watching the card, and as you can tell by demeanor, it was riveting. The card really surpassed our expectations. Yeah, and I'm so happy I did so much analysis for this card. Anyway, let's just get straight into the predictions. The first fight of the night was Stephanie Luciano, and Luciano got the victory over Talita Alencar.
Yeah, we thought Alencar was gonna we both thought Alencar was gonna win.
Yeah.
It never went that way. Quite a forgetful fight, to be honest. But yeah, Luciano won, so
I don't know. I thought Alencar would be able to take her down and use her BJJ.
yeah.
But I guess not. Luciano managed to keep it on the feet, and she just picked it apart
Yeah,
and got the
man.
decision. Absolutely shit fight. Well, anyway, let's move on to the next one, which is Youssef Zalal versus Jarno Errens. Youssef Zalal, very impressive submission in the very first round. What do you
Yeah,
think of
man.
his performance?
Nah, good, man. He's got a lot of potential. He's only 27. I mean, I did expect him to win, but I thought Errens would put up a better, just put up a better fight, but he couldn't. I mean, Zalal went straight for the back, first round, and then just.
Do you think there was anything Errens could have done to try and shake him off, even though he had that tight body triangle look?
Because when they was on the ground, that's when he took his back, didn't he?
Yeah.
I mean,
And then Errens managed to get back up to his feet.
Just basic like bloody defense on the ground, basic jiu-jitsu. I mean, never had that. Just let him take his back, and he got up, and then he locked in the body triangle, and then just choked him, man.
Yeah, so
Just rear naked choke. So yeah, it's just. But Zalal is impressive. He's got good stand up and good submission skills, and he proved it today. Got a lot of potential as well. Yeah.
I'm surprised he went for the grappling so early on. I had him by submission, but I thought he would have fancied himself on the feet.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a stand-up fight, man.
Yeah.
And Zalal was going to win that, but obviously never went like that. I was surprised the way he sounds.
Oh, Youssef Zalal.
Yeah, I did not expect him to be so American.
I thought he was going to start speaking some French accent. I was waiting for the translator to come.
Yeah.
And then he just started speaking like Bilal Muhammad.
Yeah, it sounds like Bilal.
But
yeah, sick guy.
Exactly
He's
sound
good.
like that.
Yeah. Move on to the next one.
He bought his barber as well.
Oh, yeah.
He bought his barber to man shouted out his barber, bro.
He was in the fight.
Yeah. But that's 2 rear naked choke victories in a row for Youssef Zalal. Moving on to the next fight, and that was Jhonata Diniz versus Karl Williams. Another fight we differed in terms of predictions. You had Williams and I had Diniz. Williams let you down. Poor. He was poor.
Poor man, he couldn't get any takedowns. But to be fair to Diniz, his takedown defense was actually on point, man. Because there was a few times Karl Williams shot in, couldn't really do much. Diniz was just stuffing it every time or getting the underhooks in, and just Williams couldn't finish it, and then obviously Diniz was just barring him up, like beating him standing. There was a few times Williams landed a few clean shots.
First round, they both rocked each other.
Yeah, it just seems like, do you know what it is? It just seems like Williams doesn't have much power. Like for a heavyweight, he just lacks power, and then Diniz obviously has the power, so you can see Williams was just anxious, man, at all times. And just couldn't get his game plan going, and got beat up. I think he lost. Lost all 3 rounds.
We talked about it in the predictions. We said Williams has to go flab to flab for 15 minutes to stand a chance of winning the fight. He had to take him down and pretty much just sit on him for the whole fight. But we also said he only resorts to the takedown after he's been wobbled.
Yeah.
And what did he do this fight?
Exactly.
He was wobbled, and then that's when we went for the double leg.
Yeah.
And he did that every time he was wobbled. So Diniz was just able to
he didn't initiate like any of the takedowns. He didn't shoot in. I mean, he did, but like it was like poor attempts. Like he should have kept doing it and then get one and just like try to just constantly do that, because that was the only way he was going to win.
Yeah.
For some reason, he weren't shooting, and he was just trying to strike with him. Not trying to strike with him. It just looked like he couldn't set up the takedown.
Yeah.
And he was just stuck there the whole fight. But yeah, impressive performance by Diniz. he goes on 8. He's 8-0 now, isn't he? Yeah, impressive record.
I think it's 9-0 now. Actually, I think he went into the fight 8.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Sure.
But yeah, solid prospect for the heavyweight
I
division.
think Williams let himself down.
Yeah, because one thing we was concerned with Diniz is his grappling defense. But he actually impressed me because Karl Williams is a solid grappler.
Williams was actually the favorite going into this fight as well.
No, I can imagine because I thought he would get the takedowns cleanly, but he couldn't. Yeah, he impressed me a lot.
I think if Williams going forward, if he's gonna wrestle, then he has to commit to the wrestling first and foremost. If not, and he wants to like mess around and wait till he gets starts doing the chicken dance from getting wobbled, then he has to work on the feet. But regardless, good win for Diniz, and we'll move on to the main event of the prelims. Yeah, the coin toss. It done us justice because it landed on heads. Rosa was heads, and she won the fight. I think you liked the fight more than I did, really.
Yeah, and I thought the fight was alright. I thought the fight was actually impressed. Rosa actually impressed me quite a bit.
Dominated, I think.
Yeah, she was dominating, man, and she was actually like her striking was a lot better than I thought it would be. Like very, very well put together. And she was landing them calf kicks and them leg kicks all day, and then you saw the bruises at the end. Nasty, man. But she really impressed me. It was actually a good fight. I was actually watching it, and I actually enjoyed it.
I think she finished strong in the clinch. She was landing some good elbows. It surpassed the expectations for what we thought it was going to be. We thought it was going to be a drag all the way to decision. Rosa actually dominated, and it was a good display of striking over Kianzad.
Yeah, definitely enjoyed that fight.
Swiftly move on to the main event. This was one of the best fights on the card, and potentially the comeback of the year. It was Toshiomi Kazama versus Grigoriou. What do you think of this fight? This fight
obviously
was very eventful.
we both thought Grigoriou was gonna win that fight. But Kazama come out in his usual style, aggressive, but instead of striking, he went straight for the double leg or single leg, or whatever he went for, and then but couldn't get it, but just kept pushing. And I think it was in the second round. It was in the second round, yeah. Because
first round he dominated in grappling.
He dominated, and then the second round he stopped him. Yeah, that's what I mean. But was it in the second round he got caught in the stand up? Yeah, that's where he's just his weaknesses, man. Like his striking defense is so bad.
Yeah, we said it. His defense is
every
terrible.
Every fight he gets caught like that, and he almost got knocked out again, and Grigoriou almost finished him again. But he used his BJJ, and that's the first time. You know, we were saying we haven't seen his BJJ in the UFC, and it was effective. I think the first two fights, I don't know why he didn't go for resort to using his BJJ straight away. But at least we saw it now. He knows his best way to win fights now. So I mean, hopefully he carries on using it. I want to see that BJJ a lot more, man.
Yeah, I thought Grigoriou was gonna finish him after he landed that shot. Dropped him, and he landed some nasty elbows.
Yeah, yeah. Oh no, it was at the end of the first round. I'm pretty sure because I'm sure.
It was a minute 55 into the second.
I mean when he dropped him, I think it was in the first round because I'm sure the bell. He was on the bottom and he was just getting elbowed and stuff, and the bell saved him.
It was second round.
No, not the submission. I'm talking about the when he got rocked.
At the end of the first round.
I'm sure it was the first round, isn't it?
I can't remember. I just remember the second round where he got dropped, landed the big elbows.
Or maybe was that the second round? I swear he got saved by the bell, but whatever.
No.
But yeah, the way he used his BJJ and set up the triangle was nice, man. It's very impressive.
Yeah, good win for him.
It's a good win. Yeah, I'm happy he won. So hopefully he doesn't get cut from the UFC. I want to see more of him, man. I want to see him use his BJJ, just see how. Because his BJJ is actually good.
He needs to work on his defense and stand up. Because literally talked about it. I've literally got the paragraph here. He's got atrocious defense on the feet, and he goes into every single exchange with his hands down, super aggressive.
It's not like sometimes when he fought Armfield, his hands were up high, like he was protecting his chin, but they just the straight shots were getting through. He just doesn't react to these punches very well. Like he just doesn't react and doesn't really know how to avoid them. That's something he's got to work on a lot. He's still quite young. He's like 27.
Do you think Grigoriou could have done anything better? Obviously, he landed those big elbows, but he started getting really low into his guard, and that's how he was able to set up the triangle. I don't know if that's because he was tired or.
He's got bad stamina, man. That's
you think
happened to
he
me.
just punched himself out?
Not even punch. Yeah, like he not even like, because obviously he was defending a lot of the takedowns in the first round. That ties you out anyway. But we saw in his last fight, he got by his second round he was done. Like he was so tired, and same thing happened today. And it wasn't even like, obviously he was defending the first. I thought he would defend the takedowns a lot better if it resorted to that, but he couldn't really. I mean, he did it a little bit, but Kazama at the end of the day was dominating the grappling in the first round, and the second round got a triangle, man. So yeah, I'm happy Kazama won, man. I want to see more of him.
Yeah, even though we both predicted Grigoriou.
Yeah, I thought his like pressure style would.
You know what's mad? It was a bad night for us both in terms of predictions, but our actual like analysis and our breakdowns were spot on.
Yeah.
we crumbled as soon as we got to the finishing line. Like Dustin Poirier, you get the title shot, and then we just flop.
Right, it's too emotional.
Yeah, man, it was mad. Anyway, swiftly moving on. Yana Santos versus Chelsea Chandler. Look, it was domination from Yana Santos, I think.
Santos come out angry as well. She come out angry because Chandler couldn't make weight,
and she looked terrible.
So she was just battering her the whole fight.
She looked terrible, man.
She mad battering.
She just looked like a tree trunk, back fat, leg fat.
Pregnant, bro.
Yeah, she kept me pregnant. She sat down on the stool. It was crazy, bro. Look like a space hopper was coming out, bro.
Like, she got bad though, man.
What, Santos,
she deserves that, I guess. Couldn't make weight. 5 pounds of weight. Crazy.
Yeah, she landed some good shots. Santos. She landed this front kick, which caught Chandler right on the chin.
I think she done it a couple times.
Yeah,
as well,
she landed some good teeps. Kept her at range. She used her range well. She was going into this fight as the favorite. Oldest looking 34-year-old I've ever seen. Oldest looking.
MMA does, isn't it?
Yeah, man, it's mad. But unfortunately, we both went for Chandler for the fight.
Yeah.
It was a bad night for predictions, man. I don't know what we were thinking. I thought Chandler coming in overweight, 5 pounds over. I thought she's gonna take her down. She's gonna sit on her. That's not what happened. Santos was actually stronger in the grappling. Every time Chandler did get into a clinch up against the cage, Santos would turn her around, land shots on the inside. I was not expecting her to be the stronger woman of the two, considering one came in 5 pounds over. She was just more
aggressive, man. She just seemed angry. She was just on it.
Yeah, let's swiftly move on to the next fight, and that was Chris Gutierrez versus Quang, potentially the fight of the night. I thought it was a good fight.
Yeah, I thought it was a good fight, and Quang surpassed my expectations as well. I didn't think he was going to survive the whole fight.
Coming in short notice.
Yeah, but Chris Gutierrez, just typical performance by him. I mean, just loads of leg kicks and mashing up that front leg.
I think he threw like 50 leg kicks.
Yeah, like they were even saying he's like thrown the second most leg kicks in UFC history.
Yeah.
Who's he behind?
Aldo,
is it just Aldo? Yeah, exactly. That's crazy. He's a mad. Them leg kicks are nuts. He started off. I thought he would be throwing more of them, like light leg kicks, just to set up the bigger ones. But he, in the early rounds, he was just throwing big ones, just countering and just throwing big leg kicks, and you could tell he was. Quang was bothered by it from the offset, and then towards the end, he was just throwing more of the lighter ones, just setting up these little shots here and there. But yeah, this guy throws kicks like punches, man. He impressed me. And a couple times, Quang was doing good as well.
We gave him the second round.
Yeah, because he was getting takedowns. And that's what he had to do, but it just looked like he ran out of steam the third round, and he couldn't do it. He tried going for 1 or 2, but he couldn't get them. And obviously, he's probably just a stamina thing. I mean, he is coming into this fight short notice. Maybe that had an effect on him.
Yeah, I mentioned it during the predictions. During his time in the LFA, he fought Tial Tang and he didn't check a single leg kick. Once again in this fight, he did not check a single leg kick.
That was like the worst fight for him.
Yeah, and
his
also
first fight anyway.
He couldn't find his range during the entire 15 minutes. he would explode in, trying to land a big right hand. And
Yeah.
I don't even think it landed once during the fight.
Yeah.
I think I would say he had the power advantage, but he just couldn't find the right shot, and he never adjusted.
Yeah.
It was just the same thing, waiting for Gutierrez for a leg kick, and then he would explode on the inside, and then just miss that big right hand.
Yeah. I think what he had to do is just close the distance quickly and just go for takedowns.
Yeah.
That was his only way of winning, really.
I think it was the perfect game plan by Gutierrez.
Yeah.
Just relying on those leg kicks.
He did. I think the second round he did get a couple of his kicks caught, didn't he? And then taken all that.
Yeah, he did catch a couple of the kicks, and that's where the takedowns came from. But besides that, Gutierrez just did way more damage throughout the fight, and he was the underdog going into it as well.
Yeah, just constant kicks, bruv.
Yeah,
them kicks are crazy.
Yeah, I'd like to see Gutierrez maybe with a full camp, because he was actually, he was supposed to be fighting next month on the Contender Series.
Oh, okay. When he's supposed to be fighting Gutierrez, when he's supposed to be fighting Basharat, when he.
Yes, I believe so.
That would have been a mad fight, but yeah. Oh, you mean Quang Li? Quang Li's supposed to be on the Contender Series.
Quang Li was supposed to be on the Contender Series next month.
Oh, but you got to fight.
He took it on short notice.
So you got.
I'm saying I'd rather see him maybe with the full camp.
I want to see how he does. Yeah.
Yeah, because he's got the power, and having power at those weight division, at the bantamweight division, is just super valuable.
And he's got to learn to just check them kicks, man.
They look like big bantamweights.
Yeah, massive.
Chris Gutierrez especially.
Yeah, huge.
Let's move on to our next fight. This fight I thought was gonna be an early stoppage. Reason being was because it was Danny Barlow, and he faced Veretennikov on 1 week notice on his debut. What did you think of this fight? I think Danny Barlow let himself down a little bit, to be honest.
Do you think? I think, sometimes like Veretennikov's probably a tough guy.
He was tough.
Yeah, he's a tough guy, man, and he was just constantly coming forward. I mean, yeah, we expected a knockout, but for him to just keep up the pace for 3 rounds, and I think actually you gave the third round to Veretennikov, didn't you?
Veretennikov, yeah. I think Barlow was more active fighter in the first two.
But yeah, first two he done very well. I think
Veretennikov landed the better shots.
Good kicks, good fighting backwards. I mean, it is what we expected from him. We just expected a knockout from somewhere, but that never came. But yeah, I'm still impressed with his performance. I just want to see him go up the ranks and just start fighting some good guys in that weight class. I want to see how he does. Yeah, I want to see how he does. I mean, not yet. He's not ready yet.
I think he's only 28, 29?
He's 28, 29. I don't think he's ready for anyone in like the top 10 or anything like that yet. Got a couple more fights maybe. See how he does. He went for a couple of takedowns as well today, so we saw his little how he does on the takedowns.
Terrible trim though. Terrible, man. If you're gonna get that little ponytail, at least get like a center, bro. He'd be aerodynamic, but he was asymmetrical. I was looking at Veretennikov. I thought he was gonna put like maybe in the clinch, play dirty, man. Have a little tug of it. See what happens. Well, yeah, man. Danny Barlow. I thought this was gonna be an opportunity for him to get a highlight reel KO against a guy coming in on 1 week notice, but Veretennikov turned out to be a lot tougher than I initially thought. I think Barlow's gonna need maybe a couple more fights before he fights someone in the top 15.
Yeah,
because you look at the top 15 in the welterweight division. I mean, number 14 is Michael Venom Page.
Yeah, no way he's dealing with them.
Yeah, even though the welterweight guys are maybe older, they're not as good as they used to be. They're still experienced guys, dangerous guys. So I think Barlow needs a couple more fights.
Yeah, definitely.
So let's move on to the co-main event of the evening, which was a good fight, a one-sided beatdown from the second round onwards. Damon Jackson versus Chepe Mariscal.
Yeah, that's another one that could arguably be the fight of the night.
Fight of the night.
It was one-sided, man. I thought Damon Jackson would be better. I picked him. I thought his wrestling would be more effective, but he couldn't get anything going, man. It looked like Chepe was greasing or something, man. You see how shiny his body was
when he came up with the second or third round.
His body was shining. But regardless, he was just throwing him around at will. Like at times, he was just throwing him around, just battering him, grabbing his face, grabbing his hands, and just punching him at will. He's beating him in the stand-up, beating him in the grappling, all 3 rounds. the dominant performance. He did get hit, he was getting caught a few times because he had that nasty cut there. But yeah, I think he just done what he had to do. The way you would think he would fight, that's how it went. Just aggressive in the pocket, just closing the distance, just very aggressive. That's what he done, and he beat him. I just thought Jackson would put up a better performance. I thought his wrestling would be more effective, and I thought one thing that he wasn't doing, I thought he would try to keep him at distance. But he was trying to close the distance and fight him in the clinch, which I feel suits Chepe.
Mariscal.
Yeah, much better.
Yeah, Mariscal set the pace for that fight in the very first round. Jackson was able to keep up the majority of the first round, but towards the end he started to tail off, and then second and third round he was finished.
Yeah,
he just couldn't keep up with Mariscal. I think Mariscal could have kept up that pace for another 2-3 rounds.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
He just set up he did whatever he wanted to him. I think he could have got a finish. In the last round, he took him down and then went for the back, as opposed to potentially mounting him and landing that ground and pound like he did in the second round. He was bullying him, man. Like some of the things that he was doing. He had him in that reverse crucifix, and Jackson was just trying to show him the back of his head so he wouldn't take those shots, but he was still landing those little shots. Yeah, he had Jackson on the floor. He grabbed his arm and then started landing a hammer fist. Like, it looked like he stuck his fingers up his nose, lifted his head up, and then started landing shots as well. Mariscal basically just did whatever he wanted to do. Jackson needs to work on his cardio. Like, Mariscal is the type of fighter we saw in that fight. He's willing to take a shot to get on the inside.
No, but you know, it's not like the pace that these are fighting now was mad. I'm not surprised that Damon Jackson got so tired. They were fighting out some mad pace from round one. It was a mad fight though. It was a good fight.
Really
yeah,
good
Mariscal
fight,
won, I guess.
Top fight,
good fighter
from Mariscal. And then on to the main event: Marcin Tybura versus Sergey Spivac. I think the outcome surprised both of us. What did you think of that fight? That short, very very short fight.
I went for Tybura to win.
We both did.
I thought he would win by decision maybe, but you know, I'm happy for Spivac because he's still a young guy. He's only 29. That's like a baby for heavyweight.
Yeah.
And he took a year off after getting dominated by Sirugan. And it clearly shows that he's been working on something. You know what I mean? His grappling looked amazing. He took down Tybura and he did get reversed, and Tybura was able to take him down, and he was on the bottom. But it worked because he set up the armbar. Very nice, and then just threw his legs up, got Tybura in the armbar and tapped him straight away. You could see he was tapping as soon as that was locked in. As soon as his legs went over his head, he was tapping out. So yeah, clearly he's been working on his takedowns and his grappling. And also, we didn't see much of it. How long was the fight? Like
1 minute 44 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. We saw him come out, throw some nice leg kicks, some nice punches, and push Tybura back. I was surprised because I didn't really know how Spivac was gonna come out. Yeah. I thought he might come out, I don't know, like how he normally does. You know what I mean? But yeah, he was pushing Tybura back, and I'm happy for him, man. I'm happy. He's a young guy, got a lot of potential now. Shows. I want to see him just go up the rankings in the heavyweight division and start winning now, rather than just getting from his last fight. That was mad. That was deep. Yeah. So I'm happy for him. I'm very happy for him. Very good performance to beat someone like Tybura in the way he did and end it so early. Impressive, man. What about you?
It was very, very different to their first fight back.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, watching that fight, I think they were levels apart. Tybura mixing the striking with this grappling. I didn't think Spivac would be able to submit him, to be honest. I don't think he would be able to, but he set up that armbar really nicely, man. And I'm glad the ref stopped it when he did, because he looked like he was about to snap Tybura's arm in half, bro. You see Spivac's face when he locked in that armbar. Nah. He looked clapped, yeah. Voldemort, bro. Yeah, man. He was holding on to it for dear life.
He was happy though. You saw it as soon as he got it. How happy he was, man.
Yeah, he was trying to beef with Bisping as well in the flipping interview, bro.
He's probably just too excited.
Yeah. I wish he would have given a name, but regardless, we both thought he was gonna go the entire 25 minutes.
Yeah, I just rounds. Like the way we've seen Spivac before is just like very little improvement. And I guess in his year off, he's been working on a lot, and he impressed me today.
He literally showed no incline since 2020, since their first fight.
Like against Derek Lewis, he done very good, but then when he fought Cyril Gunn and like the way he was shooting him for takedowns and we'll just get pieced up, get pieced up standing. And
we know the Black Beast is meaty on the ground as well.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm happy for him, man. That was a good performance, man.
So I think the only thing left to do is ask you, what was your fight of the night, and what was your performance of the night? And you can only give one of each.
Fight of the night, I would give to. I'm thinking either Chepe Mariscal versus Damon Jackson, or
Chris Gutierrez, Quang Lee.
Probably fight of the night. Chris Gutierrez versus Quang Lee. I'll give
it to Chepe versus Jackson.
Yeah.
Being as Chepe was.
Yeah, that was a mad fight as well.
That was mad.
Yeah, but I was just impressed by like just the technical side of Chris Gutierrez's kicks, man. And then performance of the night, I would have to give it to Kazama, man.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm just impressed. I'm just so gassed like that he was able to come out and just give that performance, man.
Getting knocked down and eating 73 elbows.
Yeah, but bro, after his last fight, the way he was just getting knocked out, I was impressed. I was just happy for him, man. Him or Spivac. Yes. Spivac also deserves it, to be honest.
Yeah. There's a lot of
Spivac or Kazama out of them two.
Mariscal, Gutierrez, Kazama, Spivac.
I'll have to give it to Spivac, man. The way, like the improvements that he's made to come out and end Tybura in the first round, I gotta give him the. And then, he was in no danger the whole fight. That takedown, he got taken down and like a bit.
No outside shot for Youssef Zalal. No.
Youssef Zalal. I mean, he went.
He was expected to be his opponent, wasn't he?
Yeah. But I think Spivac, like I did not expect him to beat him in such a way. So yeah, I'll give it to Spivac.
Enough. If I was to give it to someone, I'd probably give it to Mariscal as well. I'll give him 100 bucks. Yeah, fight of the night and performance of the night.
Is it both? Yeah.
Bro, the things that he was doing to Jackson, man, and I was so happy when he lifted his face up and gave him that hand fist just because of Damon Jackson's tattoos. There's two lines going down his back. God knows what he's got behind those shorts as well, bro. Mad arrow, insert 5 cents, whatever it is, man. I don't know, but I'll give it to Mariscal. What did you think of the card overall? Because I know, there's definitely some mixed emotions and reactions.
The card. The card was like, it's just so dead. That card was actually so dead. But the fight, like just the fights that were all on that card, it was just depressing looking at that. And it's always after like a UAE or Saudi card where we get such a poor card like that, man. But the fighters, especially the main card, was actually alright. They actually put on good fights. There was some shocking results, which was good because they just lessen the boredom, I guess. But I mean, it surpassed my expectations, I guess, but not like it was an amazing card.
We thought it was gonna be shit going into it.
I thought,
but it wasn't as bad. That's the secret to getting through these some of these fight nights. You gotta set your expectations rock bottom, so there's no way they can be worse than your expectations. Yeah, exactly. So they'll always surpass your expectations.
Imagine we was going into this card like super gas.
You know what's mad? You look like you've just been through flipping numbered card. It's 8 a.m. and now we're recording the video. It's only 3:44 a.m.
I'm so tired, bro.
The card finished at 2:55. main cards usually on pay-per-view they start at 3 a.m. and we're ready, we're gassed. Exhausted.
I'm so tired, bro. I feel like I've done like some 12-hour shift or something. But watching this, it's mad.
But I'll tell you what, Uncle Dana, he's giving us a little treat next week because we get to look forward to UFC 305. Make sure you tune in because we're going to be live streaming that event as well. Tuesday or Wednesday, we'll see how we're feeling. We'll release the predictions around Tuesday or Wednesday, so make sure you keep an eye out for that as well. And I think that's all from us.
We need to go sleep now.